Good morning, afternoon, or evening, or indeed night, one and all. Welcome to episode number 27 of TerraFirmaCraft Reloaded with DankNStein. Hope you enjoyed the little extended intro there, just to polish off our work from last time on this beautiful barn. I think it's looking great in here now. I just really like how this build kind of came together with the roof and these candles on the wall. Very rustic feel. And to kick things off today, we're just gonna hang out here for a bit and maybe kind of just develop this area a little bit more. Yeah, I was kind of imagining like that we'd maybe make some pathways, might kind of just fizzle out into this area, hook around here to join up with that, and then hook out in this direction back to the main part of our base. And so this is going to be quite a long pathway, I suppose, and something that we're going to need to destroy quite a few trees for. Certainly this one right out front seems like it's in the way. God, I love this axe and how fast it is. It's amazing. But I don't want to destroy all the trees. I want to keep some trees because they add to the mood, you know, of any situation. But I think both of these two need to go. So we'll just try and clear a kind of pathway that we like through here now. Alright, so now we've come through to this bit here. We have a decision. We could sort of either go round the old... I don't want to get rid of this because it's a bit of a relic of... Whoops. A relic of the ancient technology we used to use around here. But, you know, we could make a path come around and come through this whole area and then join up with sort of down here. But I actually prefer a different idea, which would be to have the path that comes from here. Maybe like a staircase that comes off here like this, down. We could probably leave that tree there. And come through like that. I think that'd be cool, and because keeping this area open and like a sort of field for planting trees and wood farming and stuff, I think that's better than like running a path across it like that. And I think the other thing that it might kind of open up for us, putting a pathway down this way, would then be the ability to kind of, maybe it's the decking remains and then there's like a steep staircase at this point, but actually the deck could follow round this corner later on, should we want to put a pathway coming out this way. And you could even have, I don't know, you could have something quite interesting sort of against this cliff edge, perhaps overlooking the farm, and maybe more buildings in here. Maybe this becomes a sort of town area where we'd put like our barrels and our farm, our kind of like, you know, like the pub, things like that, those kind of buildings, where we store all of our barrels and whatnot else. And there'd be potential route back round into the forge, would there? Where does the forge poke at? Not the forge, you know, where the triple bloomery has a way out. Yeah, like here, this bit. How does this all link up? Because we do have like a little ladder here. And I wonder, you know, this area here, there could be a building almost in there, couldn't there? Or some sort of functionality. And then, yes, it's just above the area I just was there. But yeah, so anyway, decking. Let's have a sleep. I think that's how we play this now. Oh yeah, so just while we're here and I'm gathering this wood, look, I made a allocation of our very last kind of, maybe we should do this. Cool. Okay, so here you'll see, even though we don't have a chest to use, I just used a couple of different treated wood planks there to just give that final locker on the end there to treated wood storage, and we're just going to keep blasting through that with all the creosote oil we've gathered up there. Which I think is cool. But for this we are going to need a load of great wood, which we always have plenty of. Okay, so let's see how far we can get with what we've got already here. I actually think that the natural curve there against the grass is perfect for this. And should we go one further along? I think we should. I think that's our like resting point for this pathway. And the question is how thick do we want it to be? Probably, if it just tends towards being too wide, I'd imagine that is okay. Okay, so we've kind of run out quite quickly there. You know, what looks appropriate here? If we went 2 like that and then... Is it okay to just have a straight cut? I think that is actually quite nice, that's fine. And maybe we can get away with 3. Maybe it could just be 3 wide. But our staircase over here is 2. And that one's a bit more higgledy-piggledy, but this thing is 2. Maybe it should be 2. Also, props to the phrase higgledy-piggledy. I actually feel like that's the exact point where we need to start dropping stairs down, actually. Okay, and while this isn't like a small amount by any stretch, it isn't as much as we're accustomed to around here. You'll notice I've planted more maple because we're completely out of that after finishing the barn build. But we need a couple more of these, so let's chuck just a couple of great woods in the classic spots, just so they're being worked on in the background too, as we're probably going to use quite a lot of this right here, right now, right here, right now, right here, right now, right here, right now. Do, do, do. I think we're going to have to come in and have a look at how all this translates underneath, like what this looks like from the side and under here. Like we'll need to sort all of this out, how supported it looks. I think we're going to need some logs, big beams like this, to come in and kind of complete this. But like, yeah, I think this is cool. I'm not really sure about this, what I'm doing on this side. I think it looks cool. And then maybe in there. Yeah, why not? Okay, they're not quite in line with one another. I suppose you've got 2, 2, and then there's like a gap of 3 here. So you could argue to push all this forwards, but I think it's okay actually. I think it's fine. We don't want everything to be perfectly symmetrical at all times anyway. I think that works. And then I guess just to check from down here how that all feels. I think again that feels fine. Right, and so then from here we would just go with a kind of very similar approach to what we've used for all of our other pathways. So if I just dig out a load of these like so. Okay, magic. And I think we're going to run out. I think we are going to run out of these smooth schist bricks, but so be it. Do they look okay going from one to the other? Yeah, I think they're alright. They don't clash with each other too much. But we are no doubt going to run out of them. But anyway, as you know then, the rest of it just looks like this. We just use the tilled dirt as well. In combination, we come like... try and keep it as sort of random as we can. Right, and then the only other final kind of element to it all is this sort of thing. I'm trying to do a full slab like that. Like that. There we go. So it's these kind of maneuvers that we're going to be making, and just yeah, fill it all up. Okay, so all that is kind of done now. We might tweak it here and there, but the next thing for us to do is lighting. And what I'm going to do is start off with a couple of these, just around here, because this is where we kind of, here we are. This is where we sort of do this thing, isn't it? So in kind of keeping with, okay, hold on, if we come round this way. There we go. And we need our axe. Perfect. So we get a few of these going along this staircase here, maybe one. Should we risk it in there? That was probably close. We should probably be going and checking up there for potential cave-ins while we're doing this. Yeah, that looks nice. And then we want one up here, maybe in that corner there. Righto, just like so. That should keep that lit. We kind of need to check back in, and suppose in the middle of the night, don't we? And then once we get down here to the path, that's when I'm thinking we start to like allude to the styles of the barn itself and start to bring people in on that journey. And this is going to be fairly similar to the setup we have over there, where the paper making thing, where we just have a post and a torch, but it's a different post and it's obviously a different torch as well. So just dot these along the journey here, going from side to side, back and forth. And I guess what we can do as well is we can kind of use these to maybe light up the sort of edges of the farm a bit here as well. Just going to all add to the kind of mood, isn't it? We need somewhere where we can do this without it sticking to a wall. I want them to just be individual posts. Maybe just there. Doesn't matter if we don't go right to the corner. Or we could put another one in the corner, I suppose, anyway. Like there. That should be fine. Let's come back at night time and see how it all feels. I think I want to move this one forwards to be like more like there, so it feels more like it's a part of that line, because we've actually got one there on the path. Yeah, that feels better. The spacing's much better. So let's come back at night and see how we've done here. But I think this is great, and it's these kind of touches that really start to bring the world to life, you know. Yeah, really nice. It just makes like traversing your world, getting from one thing to the next, more enjoyable. I've pretty much just used the hang glider to fly there. I usually come across here and jump off something like this and come round to fly over to the crops. And we may still do a lot of flying because it's faster, but just doesn't that look so much better, the journey? It looks great from above, actually. And I'm pleased with how the barn's turned out. So I think all in all, that area has been officially pimped. And it's time to probably start some other project for the second half of this episode now. Alright, and so the next thing, I think, what we'll do is something that we have been talking about doing for ages. Look at this dairy here. Even though we're on level 78, we're only at 1600 hit points, and I wager we'd break 2000 hit points if we started eating some dairy here. And it might give us more of a reason to engage with our kitchen in terms of making some sandwiches that actually have a bit of everything in. Ooh, some berries to pick there. Because sandwiches didn't quite feel worth it when they still weren't giving us every food group anyway. But if they indeed are, it potentially becomes more attractive. So here we go, soy milk, soybean paste and hot water. Soybean paste, we just crush up soybeans. So let's experiment with that as a kick-off. Can we make the paste? Oh, these are berries we've not actually had before. Look at that berry collection. Very nice. And in terms of making hot water, is that literally it? We just get loads of wooden buckets, fill them up, heat them up. I wonder if there's a way of actually heating a whole barrel's worth in one go. Let me know, but we'll try just boiling some wooden buckets, which seems absurd to put a wooden bucket of water into a forge. But let's do it. Let's just do it. Okay, so that's going, and we just fill up all our buckets. This is a very, very strange mechanic. And also probably quite time consuming, but we'll see. Oh, what we're going to need is a second barrel, an empty one, to put this into. Okay, so we use this guy to fill them up, and let's see how they're doing. They are all hot. So we take them off. I wonder how long they stay hot for. Like forever? Should we have made our paste first? I don't know. It's so hot. They boil almost immediately. Okay, well that's good to know. It is quite time consuming, quite a pain in the ass, but I suppose not compared to, like, it's not really as much of a hassle as dealing with cows though, is it? Let's be honest. Like, that is worse. Okay, so trim that. There we go. That's a fresh full stack. Chuck that in there and see what happens if we can just grind the entire thing in one go, hopefully. Soybean paste, full stack. Okay, is it going to really be this easy? I don't trust it. "72 hours, it should say something there. Okay, now it's going to output soy milk. What if we half the stack again? Soy milk too. So I wonder how much we actually need to put in then. This seems really strange. Did it take a 30? No. Okay, so we're not losing much between 30 and 40, so let's put 40 in, assuming that is our minimum amount. We could test a 35 and get really crazy about it, but let's just test 40. The thing that's interesting is that it did accept the 82, so I'm wondering if we're not going to get a full barrel of soy milk back. But anyway, that's like the first stage done, and then the second stage would be turning milk into cheese. Here we go. That's how you do it. It's that milk and vinegar mix, so we'll need a bucket of vinegar. And I can't remember how you make vinegar now. Oh, you need alcohol first, and then you add more fruit to the alcohol. Yeah, I remember. So we need to find a type of alcohol that we can make already. So I think cider is pretty easy to make, so we can make it out of apples, right? I think that's what we did in our first season. It's just fresh water and apples. Yeah, so let's get some of that on the go as well while that's going. Okay, so I don't know what made me think we have apples. We actually don't. But what we do have is a load of barley, which we can make barley flour from, which we can make beer from. And then we'll turn our beer into vinegar. But we could maybe make 2 batches. So we just have to do this right. And then is it with a knife or something? I can't remember what we're supposed to do. Oh yeah, just with a bare hand left clicking it. Turns it into barley grain. That's a very quick way of getting straw as well. I should pay attention to that. This earlier on in the episode, I spent an awful lot of time running around cutting up like grass, right? Okay, so can we do this full stack in one as well? I presume we can. Just like with the soybean pulp, whatever it was. Let's have a look. Barley flour, right. And we've got pretty much a whole stack there, which I believe is going to be too much. I think it's going to reject it. Yeah, it's nothing. I think we might only need like 10 or something. I think it's a comically small amount of it that we actually need. So we'll take a few different sized pieces like that and just try the smallest one first. Nope, not enough probably. Okay. Right. Okay, so half a stack. It took half a stack, but that's fine. Should we try and make another? We need some more water, but I think we've got one with water in down here. Okay, so just fill that up like so. We chuck the second half in there and seal that up. Great. So we should have 2 full barrels of beer there, one of which we can make into vinegar and one we'll stick as beer. That's still going. Okay. So we just got to wait now. Just bide our time and wait. Okay, so I figure while I wait, let's make some more bread, because we haven't done much of that. And you know, once we've got our cheese, we're going to want to make some sandwiches. Kind of goes without saying, right? I'm trying to look at what we've got a lot of. I guess wheat. Let's just make some wheat bread. Might as well give everything a bit of a chop in here and all. Some oat bread too. Let's make 2 varieties here. And we can see which one our character prefers the taste of, perhaps, as well. I think that's how this works, isn't it? You get all these different taste preferences. Press left control there. That kind of develop. I believe they develop along with your cooking skill. I think it would be that one. So you become more expert. You're going to get much more information around what your character actually likes to eat, which I believe is the more efficient food to eat. Could be wrong. Might just be, who knows, nonsense. Okay, it's time to get our grind on over here. There we go. Okay, and then I think you just mix the flour with a bucket of water, right? and it doubles in size, which is why we're fine to have. Yeah, so we're losing a small amount, but it's fine. But these half stacks, we lose a bit more of that one, but it's fine. These rough half stacks, that's all good. Oh look, it even gave us the change. Okay, that's kind of nice. We need a little bit more water then. And have these finished while we're here? No, still going. Okay, who remembers how this works? Not me. I think we put a piece of coal in, and then we can put our breads in. So we do both the oats together, shall we? And then we just light it. I think they brown like very quickly then. Was maybe putting, let's fill it up with the maximum amount of coal. Maybe that wasn't enough coal, just putting one piece in. There we go, it seems like it's properly lit now. Oh, there we go. Should we take them out? We'll take the small one out maybe. Oh, that was the coal I just took out. Medium. Now that one's, the small one's gone dark. Okay, nice. That's good. And then we'll chuck in our wheat dough. Maybe we'll try and get the wheat dough out light. Neither of those have flavors at the moment that look like they're very interesting. So as soon as this changes, we'll just grab it and take all the remaining coal out at that point, I guess. There we go, bang. Very light, nice. And then do we need an empty hand maybe and a shift click to take the coal out? We do. There's only one. Oh no, there's a few pieces in there. That's still salvageable. Wow, like almost all of it. Okay, and that's turned it off. Okay, well, we got bread. So that's cool. Okay, so I guess to keep all of our bread as tasty as possible, as fresh as possible, we'll use this one on the top right here. So we've got the 5 types of grain, and then the top right one can be for actual bread. Alright, big. Oh, and look, no sooner had we committed to making beer for a lack of apples, but now it's apple harvesting time. So this is good, this will pass the time. This always takes absolutely ages, especially when there's this many trees to do. I'll show you how much we get at the end of it all. Alright, and with that we are appled up. Look at this. That is a lot of apple. Oh yeah. Very nice. Okay, check it out, soy milk. We have ourselves some soy milk. Alright, so we've got our beer. Pretty cool. Let's keep one of them sealed. Now, how much banana do you think we need? Was it 40? Are we out of... Oh no, there we go. Knife. Let's try a few different sized pieces again. We'll start with a very small one like that. Doesn't seem to be enough. Doesn't seem to be enough either. Indeed, that doesn't seem to be enough. What about just a full stack? Right, the full stack works. Is it really a full stack? For 100 millibuckets, it needs a full stack. What? Let's just try that 137. That works. You know what I think it is? I think it's 100. I think what they mean here, from memory, is 100. So if we were to do like those two combined, 103, I bet it will take that. Yeah, okay, so let's go with 103. Okay, cool. And how many hours is it supposed to be? Does it say, like, here? 8. Okay, not too long. So by the time we hit morning again, we'll be there. Alright, that's pretty sweet. Alright, vinegar, and we are in business. So I think the first thing we need to do, or do we need to take a barrel out, or do we just, I mean a bucket out. I can't remember if you just do that. No, I think it actually needs to make the mix, so we'll need another one of these buckets. Nope, we can't take it out like that. Or like that. Do we need an empty glass or something? Do these work? I can't remember. Can't remember how we like empty it. So annoying. Okay, this is a TerraFirmaCraft glass bottle, and it works. And then that makes it still not enough. Okay, so we're gonna have to drink a few of these. And last one. And that has turned it into the mix. There we go. Perfect. And now we just seal it, right? And the output's curdled milk. That is going to produce cheese. Oh, baby. And how long? I think, is this just an 8-hour one as well? 8-hour jobby? I'm not even sure. I don't think we can even find out, can we? But anyway, we've done it. We have finally got some cheese on the go, which is awesome. Alright, so look, so while we wait for this then, shall we actually have a look at our handiwork from the start of the episode at night time? I suppose we need to get a little bit darker around here first, don't we? Just a wee bit darker than this. Here comes the moon, doo 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 doo. Okay, so we should be able to start to get a feel for this, for the flow of all this. I think it's a pretty sweet path that we did, to be honest. Oh look, those maples are all finished growing as well. That's good. So yeah, these seem to keep the area lit. I'm not sure that they are the best design, but they keep the top of this thing nice and well lit, which is all good. And then coming down here, you can see it's starting to get darker over there now. That one works fine. All this is grand. It's very well lit. It's excellent. I think it just looks so nice coming down here. Really atmospheric, you know. And if we look at our torches along here, they do actually keep the farmland nicely lit. I'm not sure we need too many of them in the water. We could maybe add them if we think they look really good. But I mean, there you go, you can see over there now, it's pretty dark. Yeah, it's very cool. It's a shame both of our pigs are male. And that guy seems to have got a stake through the head. It's pretty peak. But yeah, this is cool, right? Like, this feels atmospheric, moody. But like, yeah, I'm just happy with the handiwork. I think that turned out really nice. Coming up here feels good. I don't think you missed the lack of handrail. I think it's fine. Yeah, all good in the hood. And so to finish things off then, now that we have awoke and the morning has broken, we should have a nice big lump of cheese in here. And we do. Beautiful. So we can start getting our dairy up. And maybe the best thing to do to begin with is to just eat the cheese on its own. In fact, I probably should have done that before I just munched all the rest of this onion. Whatever. Alright, so let's make the sandwich of a lifetime here. Oh yeah, we need the knife on the bar, right? But these sandwiches are going to just be the boss of all sandwiches. So we have like cheese, bit of lemon, bit of garlic, and a bit of pistachio. Like, that is a premium cheese toasty, ladies and gentlemen. Premium vegetarian sandwich. So we're gonna make a load of these, and with that, I think we're gonna call it a day here. It's been a good one. You never know, I might actually manage one episode every day this week. Wouldn't that be great? But at the very least, tomorrow, Tuesday, 12 o'clock UK time, 12 noon I should say, midday UK time, we'll be streaming again. Got some decent plans for that, I think. And I just hope everybody's safe. I hope everyone's looking after one another. And you know, UK right now, Monday evening, we're on the verge of potential lockdown. Everyone's talking about it. Is it going to happen? Who knows? But I hope everybody is okay out there. I hope you're all safe and working together. So, thanks for watching. As per, have a great time. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy whatever it is you're doing. There's me with my sandwich. That's quite nice. Wait, let's get a nice shot. There we go. See you tomorrow for the stream. Take care. Peace.